Skyrim Special Edition. On to the next quest. The Throat of the World. Talk to Armgear. With this one's help, I deciphered Alduin's wall in Skyrim Temple. It revealed that Alduin was defeated in ancient times by a shout of some kind. Maybe the Greybeards can teach me this shout. Or at least tell me how I can learn it. Now, I managed to play the game a little bit before this. I didn't do any side quests, as I said before. I'm not doing any side quests, but I do have a gold ring on my finger. I don't know if you can see that. It's on my right hand. And I'm wearing an amulet of Talos. And I also have an elven warhammer. I leveled up my smithing just so I could get that. Now, another thing, which I'll explain here in a minute, but apparently, also, I'm not buying a house in this game because in the original game that I recorded, I did all the side quests and shit, and you get a bunch of money from doing the side quests, mainly the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild will reward you with a shit ton of gold, and that's how I managed to get 5,000 gold. But as you can see, I have 290 gold. I don't have enough to buy a house, so I'm not fucking with that. And I also don't plan on doing any of the DLC for this game. I just want to do the main game. So I'm sorry if that disappoints y'all, but that's just what I want to do. I'm talking about like the Dawn Guard with the vampires, Hearthfire with building landscapes and plots of land, and Dragonborn, where you fight that dude, the first Dragonborn. I don't plan on doing any of that, I'm sorry. I just don't want to. Also, originally, in the original game, I planned on, which I'll show you, I planned on leveling up my smithing all the way to 100 to get the dragon armor and weapons, which is 100 points of smithing, which I only have 30. Now, a lot of people say that ebony armor, which is the all jet black armor, is really powerful. But I've also heard that the Daedric armor, which is the demon armor, is the most powerful armor that you can get in the game. I beg to differ because, as you can see, it requires 90 points. However, the dragon armor requires 100, so the dragon armor must be the most powerful armor weapons you can get in the game, right? I've also been told the most powerful weapon in the game is the Orcish Warhammer. I don't know if that's true. I think that the dragon weapons and armor is the most powerful shit you can get in the game. However, I don't plan on getting dragon, Daedric, or ebony armor, because that's like shit you would do after you beat the game, which once I beat the game and do the final quest, I'm pretty much done. I don't really feel like continuing to do anything else in the game. So, yeah. We're just gonna do the main quest and that's it. Like, you tried to get me to do the Thieves Guild and I just don't want to do it. Because there's just so much shit in this game, it would take up too much of my time.
Sky, got you.
And y'all's time as well.
Wind, got you.
So anyway, I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Oh shit, he knows. The Blades helped me to find out about it.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades are helping me. I'm not their puppet.
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
So, can you teach me this shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend,
Dragon Ring.
but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
If the shout is lost, how can that be Alderaan?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question. If he so chooses.
I need to speak to Paarthurnax then.
You weren't ready, you still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
Why haven't I met Paarthurnax yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
So I guess I gotta follow him now. Yep. Going out to the store. Now, if you don't know who Paarthurnax is yet, this is the guy we're going to go meet. He's actually a dragon. And he's one of the first dragons to actually teach the shouts to humans.
Path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Look. Cool.
I grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift. embarked upon
Learn
lightly.
all 3 words of the
Keep
show.
moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
So without that shout, you actually cannot go through that path. Fuck off. See, it clears the way. Sorry. Okay, he's dead. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Go. Now, because I'm a Nord, I actually have resistance to cold weather, so it doesn't affect me as much. Jesus Christ, wow, it's fucking tall, steep. So is that a fucking waypoint? Oh, that's when I was traveling earlier. A little bit. Because I'm wearing an amulet of Talos, what the world discovered, it cools down my shouts by a lot more. So. That is part of this.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wunderlich. I am half an axe. Who are you? What brings you to my Strumach, my mountain?
So Stroma means mountain, he's speaking in dragon tongue. I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I need to learn the Dragon Run shout. Can you teach me?
Dren, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Mulog waits. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovah's dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
You teach me the Dragon Run shout?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How did you know I came for Dragon?
Alduin Comet Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons.
The Dove means dragon.
Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zebach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. Why must you stop Alduin?
The prophecy says that only the Dragonborn can stop him.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should.
True.
Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Des, of fate?
What better reason to act than to fulfill my destiny?
If you can see your destiny clearly, your sight is clearer than mine. Dahman, remember, Alduin also follows his destiny as he sees it. But I bow before your certainty. In a way, I envy you. The curse of much knowledge is often indecision. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
No, dragons like mountains, right?
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
Using the dragon ram shell, right?
Yes and no. Viknuz Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Are you saying the ancient Nords sent out on forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
An Elder Scroll, what's that?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlam. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll.
Which is hence the name of the game.
But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suryek.
How does any of this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was. shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll, back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Do you know where I can find another scroll?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
Runner Arngir might have some idea.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
What do I do with that Elder Scroll when I find it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Uthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir? Who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hum, the Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
Scroll cast Alduin through time.
Vormendok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihorn, they would not listen.
You mean you were there?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin Stur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
What does the Dragonrend shot actually do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran, incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
Master of the Greybeards. Do others come here to train?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on words? How?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into itself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master: Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Bruce.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
I'll just meditate on a word of power.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Fine.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit, Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you, Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Which calls to you, Dov? In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Dremyolok, greetings. Sum Ark Mora.
Okay, so let's save. Okay, Elder Knowledge is the next quest that we will be doing. That will be the next episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will pick it up in the next one. Till then, I'm out. Peace.